Hey guys, so this is kind of just an extra little video because I've been seeing a lot of comments on my videos, and I know you all have seen it because I saw it this morning. I was having coffee and I almost spit my coffee out when I saw on, I guess, the front page news here in Newport, Plain Talk, was a story of ITH and some things happening. Now, you all know that I do not watch any ITH videos. I never did. That was all my mom. I knew something was off about them anyway, and I refused to watch because it's just too phony for me. It's also fake, and I couldn't stomach to watch the fake. And to this day, you know, I know you guys see a certain side of them on the videos, but obviously not everything is as it seems to be. So I'm going to kind of talk a little about things because, like I said, I haven't talked a whole lot since I left ITH, but I am. And, I can do that because I don't live at ITH. They can't control what I say. Um, Nothing like that anymore. And with everything coming out and coming to light, yeah. To me, it's kind of weird because so many people, I think, when the truth starts to come out about people, I guess some people are just more apt to believe when certain people come out and say it. Like me and other people that have said it before. I don't know. Maybe not so much they believe you or want to believe you. But then when it comes out like from employees firsthand, I guess then it's more believable, easy to believe. I don't know. Anyway, carrying on. But I guess I know a lot of people don't want to see the truth. And, I do feel bad for a lot of people. A lot of people got screwed and are probably going to get screwed and have been screwed by them. My mom, her house, my house was messed up too. I was supposed to have the door, that door. Do you see that? Full glass door because of Cody over here. He loves to look out. They never gave me that. I also know when I got my skirting, I know when they came over, some worker came over and he automatically was like, okay, well, I have the blue. And I was like, well, wait. I said, does it say somewhere where I have to match my roof color to my skirting? Because if you look around a lot, like through ITH when I was walking around, when I lived there, I noticed that a lot of the roof matched the skirting. And I didn't want to do that. I said, do I have to? Well, no. And the guy was mad because he obviously wanted me to get blue to match my roof. I said, well, I don't want that. I said, I did my house gray. I'd really like to have the dark gray. And he's like, well, that kept going on. And then he finally said, well, that'll be, another 5-6 weeks. I was like, I've waited 10 months. What's another 6 weeks? So I know they wanted me to get the blue and they were mad. But I waited and I got my dark gray. So it was so weird. So many weird encounters and so many things I haven't really talked about, since leaving ITH. But yeah, that whole article, I hope some people, there's always, I call them the Randy worshipers, who just think he can do no wrong. And the people, I still remember the people that came on and were so rude to me back in November and December and said how terrible I was and I deserved to get kicked out. And yeah, I sure did. I didn't. Maybe, some things will come to light, but whatever. Some people just have to have things happen to them for them to see the truth. And sometimes even when that does happen, they still just can't accept that, ITH is a certain way. And even when the proof is all there, they still just don't want to see it. Now, I do have to say, I think I read somewhere that in July, I'm not 100%, but I think the races are going to be starting. So And yeah, somebody before said, well, Melissa talked about it and was kind of giggling like she's happy. Well, yeah, that's for the people that say, that act like, oh, ITH is awesome. It's perfect. It's everything they said it would be. No, it's not. Where are all those shops? A lot of people move there thinking, oh, I'm going to do dog grooming. There's going to be coffee shops. So nothing came from it. All the promises, the broken promises. Are people starting to see that now? Like the dog park. The only reason that dog park got done is because residents finally got tired, after years, got tired of waiting for it to be done. So they just built it themselves. I even saw them. Just a couple guys out there finally did it themselves. So yeah, and a lot of people moved there thinking, oh, we're going to have these shops and I'm going to do this and that. And it never happened. And they left. They sold their house. So yeah, there's a lot of disappointment there. And obviously still going on. Every day I drive by ITH, I'm like, especially the mountain. My question is, why is Randy doing so much, like when he has so much that's left undone? I don't know, maybe that's just me, but shouldn't you finish one thing first before starting all these other things? It's like out of control. Maybe that's me and my personality, but I would finish one thing before I start this. And if there's not a lot of money, then how on earth are they getting this other property? I don't understand this. I don't, because I don't listen, I don't watch. I'm just bits and pieces of what I hear. Like the key money. I'm like, I don't really get that at all. When my mom got her house, it was like the $6,000 key money, I guess. But that was 2 years of free rent. That's what that was. So now I don't think that's even a thing. So you're paying money, key money, just to live at ITH? I don't get it, because you're not buying the land. You don't own it. So you're paying that money just so you can come and live there? And you're still paying your lot rent, right? Which, before I got kicked out, I was just waiting, because I thought, if ITH gives me that bill for the taxes, I was really going to flip out. I was like, I can't believe they charge everybody out there. Mine was going to be like almost $400 for taxes. I was like, I thought maybe that was their responsibility. It's their place. We all pay in. They can use that money, put that toward the taxes of his land. I don't know. I don't know how things work, but that was crazy. So yeah, honestly, I never paid that, and I never would. Not paying taxes out there. Crazy. Okay, I had to move over here because my arm hurts from holding my phone. But oh, somebody's up there. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I have to share a story when I first moved to ITH. And it's really funny. It's about Randy. And I never shared it before. But when we first moved to ITH, me and my mom just pulled in here. So we went over, my mom and I went over. I got to design my own house, and she designed her house. Well, they're both her houses, but, I rented the blue one, the blue roof. But we were in a rental. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but do you remember the hillbilly house? Do you remember that hillbilly house? It was horrible. Horrible. I was in it. I rented that hillbilly house. And the price that the guy wanted was insane. Like, the sink was cracked. There was no hot water. I didn't have hot water for a long time. There was glass on the floor when I got there. It punctured my air mattress. Had to buy a new air mattress. They didn't even have it cleaned up for me so I could rent it. Yeah, it was just, and the amount he wanted, yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, I was in that hillbilly house a few months. Tried to make the best of it. Anyway, this is like 2 days I'm there. So my mom was renting another house, a rental in the forest, probably 4 houses down from me. She was in a rental, both waiting for our houses. And as you know, I have said in I commented on Facebook, but I said, I find it so funny about Randy because he's all about community and he wants to know the good and bad. I found that funny. because when I was out and about at ITH, I never saw Randy out, except when he was going maybe to his girlfriend's house, trying to sneak over. Well, she lived right practically across from me. But I think he is honestly scared of confrontation. When I saw him out at ITH was not often at all. He was always like, he never wanted to be seen. He never went out of his way. He was like hiding. He didn't want to be seen. Probably a good reason for that, because people were complaining to him what's wrong with their house, and they never fix it. They never email you. You can't contact them. Nobody gets back to you. It's a common theme there. Anyway, the second day I was in that tiny house, I had a knock at the door, and I was like, who is that? So I go to the door, and it's Randy at my rental house. And I thought, well, this is odd, because he's never out and about. So I was like, okay. So he comes in, and he had this paper, and they didn't even do like a real blueprint for our houses. It was just drawing, like a kid would draw. That was our blueprint for our houses. Seriously. So he came over. We just went over our plan like the day before. So I don't know why he was coming over asking me the same question, but it was apparent he wasn't there for that. Like that was his front. Anyway, he gets in. He's like, well, I just wanted to make sure, because in the other house, I didn't want, you get like 5 windows. So I didn't want one window at the end of the kitchen, because I was going to put like shelving back there. So he came and he asked about that. And I said, Randy, we just talked about this yesterday. And I said, my mom, these are both her houses. You can go talk to her. She's like 4 houses down. He didn't even care. Excuse me. He's like, he started in with, you may hear some things about me out here. This is what he did. He said, you may hear some things about me out here, that I'm a womanizer, and I date all the women out here all I can, and I go to all the women's houses, and meanwhile I was like, ew, because you were just at my house. That's weird. But yeah, he's telling me how people say he's a womanizer, don't believe what they say, and all I could think about to myself was, why would I care? Why would he come over and tell me that? I still, to this day, I don't know. It was so weird, but I was like, I don't really care. So strange. But yeah, he just kept going on and on about that. And I was like, okay, I honestly really don't care, Randy. I'm not here for that. I'm just here trying to move on from divorce, get my tiny house, and that's all I care about. I don't care what goes on out here. But yeah, it was so weird that he came over. Didn't go see my mom, just stopped by to see me. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But yeah, to come over and tell me that, I was like, yeah, honestly, I get that now. And I also didn't tell another story when I lived at ITH, how Randy would fly around in his golf cart with Ace, and Cody was out, and one day something unbelievable happened that has never happened before. He was out on his tie out, and the tie out snapped. And I looked afterward, and it wasn't broken. Somehow he broke out of that. And he ran after Randy and Ace in that golf cart. Randy was racing over to one of his girlfriend's house. And Cody got in the way, and I swear to God, I had a witness there. I had a witness that saw it too. And in the end, I thought he was going to run over Cody with the golf cart. And when I say he came that close, like if Cody would have stopped running, like he never hit the brake. And when I got up to him, I got Cody and I grabbed him and I said, you almost ran over my dog. And you know what he did? He didn't say a word. He didn't say, I'm sorry. He goes, now you tell me, what was that? Intentional? Yeah. I had a lady that was walking around. Of course, I don't say who it is, but she saw it and she goes, wow, that was intentional. She said he never took his foot off the gas. Yeah. Okay. And when I say he came that close, I had tears in my eyes. I thought he was trying to kill Cody. So yeah. And I got Cody, I said, you almost ran over my dog. And he goes, but you guys think what you want. I know. I live there. I saw things. I didn't share things because I live there, and I know they watch over you. They watch everything you say. They probably scare people. Kind of like I said before, all those nails in my tires. Employees like to go and throw those at people they don't like, or the people that aren't, good there, or cause a stir. I don't know what you call that, but there's a good story for you guys. Yeah. So anyway, here I am back in my spot. I just had to do like I just wanted to do a little follow-up video on that. Yes, for everybody asking, I did see the video. Yes, I know things are starting to come out. I like to say that the truth will always come out. In the end, the truth it has to come out. It has to. And people will start to see the truth. I know it's not a fun thing. You don't want to believe, something you've believed in and you love and you're excited about. And, you don't want to believe that's not true. And I will tell you guys, I absolutely love tiny house living. I love it. Now, would I like a bigger tiny house one day? Yes, because my daughter will probably come here, and this won't cut it. I miss my other house. Yes, I miss the blue roof. I got to design it how I wanted, and that house worked perfectly for me and Cody. Even though I had a few things wrong with that house, my mom's turned out worse than mine. But neither one was done the way it was supposed to. But my mom definitely had more mistakes in her house than I did. But yeah, for those people that are the Randy worshipers and, oh, Melissa on her video said he was a scumbag. Okay, well, the truth. The truth. Okay? It is what it is in the end. So you could, write me, threaten me, and tell me how wrong I am. I don't care. We've all been through stuff at ITH. And obviously it's starting to, I think more and more is starting to come out now. I have to tell you guys, within like 2 weeks, I was at the park before I left my mom's apartment, and I had Cody there, and I looked over at the park, Newport City Park, and there was Randy. And I know he saw me and Cody. I tell you what, he couldn't get out of there fast enough. Confrontation. Not that I go over and say anything, but I know he saw me see him, and he was sure gone pretty quick, within 5 minutes. Him and his nice Ford Bronco. I saw that. Pretty red. I liked it. That's a nice car. Nice Bronco. But yeah, I saw him and I was like, wow, you're not going to come over and say hi? Okay. Yeah, he couldn't get out of there fast enough. Kind of speaks volumes about a person. But anyway, that's it for this little video. My little tell-all, and, I don't know. But yeah, I have seen the paper. I've seen that, and yeah, I think the truth is gonna come out soon. So, all right, guys, that's it for this video. I'm gonna go enjoy my night. I hope you have a good night too. Bye.